everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. So at General Hospital, which I'm so happy it's been reopened. It's been reopened for a while, but it's just kind of dawning on me now. So Franco rushes to go see Elizabeth. He wants to take her to New York City and the boys. Let's all go to New York, like literally right now. And she's like, we can't just hop on a plane. And I was like, ha! So that's how they get around so fast. Spontaneous plane travel. So he wants to show her an art exhibit, and it's like there's stuff for the boys there too, but like he can't give her any details, and she's like, well, if you can't give me any details about an art exhibit, what's actually happening? Because I literally don't believe you even a little bit. So he tells her that Tom Baker is in the hospital right now, and he admits to tracking his phone, and he only cares about her safety. And Elizabeth says they can go back to her house and talk about it, and Franco's like, all right, I'll go get your stuff if you tell Epiphany you're leaving later, whatever, a little early, like literally a few minutes early. But when she turns around, Tom Baker literally right there. So he says he's sorry, he didn't know she worked today on that floor, and Franco comes back and immediately escalates the situation from like 5 to 1,000,000. So Tom says that he works there, and there's a refurbishment of the conference room happening, and he's working on it. So then his boss comes over and is like, yep, he's really supposed to be here. So he says it's just a coincidence, and he's sorry. But Franco winds up attacking him, because why not? At Kelly's, Anna, Nathan, and Griffin are having breakfast. Nathan has to tell them that there's no trace of Claudette. How does someone just disappear? And Nathan says that Agnes/Claudette has just vanished. Even working together with all the, with Calgary and WSB, like nobody has any idea where she is. And they all need to face the fact that Claudette might be dead. Like it's a cold lead, like something may have happened. But Griffin can't just accept that. Nathan says he's not giving up, but he has to be realistic. And he's not holding anything against Claudette because she was trying to protect Charlotte, and he sees all that now. And Griffin would have been a great dad. Who is behind? Oh, it's ECAT. Hi, ECAT. So Griffin asks Anna what Valentine said that upset her. She says, the Latin phrase, and she's heard it before. Where has she heard it before, ECAT? Oh, ECAT, come here, no. Oh, she's stuck. 1 second. Okay, no? Come here. Why are you stuck? Oh, wait, you're taking the blanket with you? Okay. Say hi. Okay, really? That's all you're going to give people? Fine. I'm sorry. She's being a diva today. So, she's heard it before. It's the motto for the WSB Training Academy, and it's super secret, because she's like, you didn't hear that from me. What is happening, child? I'm just petting her, I swear. So Anna thinks that there's some connection. Oh, and the motto basically means like be alert, see what's in front of your face, like stuff like that. So she thinks there's some connection between Valentine and the WSB because, there was a connection with Victor and the WSB. So Anna thinks that Valentine knows something about her from her WSB days. At Windermere, Nina comes over and she has a big gift for Charlotte. Charlotte, it's a new doll, and she names the new doll Giselle. Just another name for me to remember. And she goes to show Mrs. Evans, who's the nanny, her new doll. Again, another name for me to remember. Come here. What? Hi. No? Okay. Not being a nice girl today, are we? So Valentine says if Nina's there enough, Charlotte will stop missing her mother. And I'm like, that sounds kind of not okay. So Charlotte has 2 more stuffed animals, Pinky and Charlemagne. Charlemagne.
Oh, Charlemagne.
Charlemagne's a lion, which the reason I bring this up is because, fun fact, I used to have a big orange cat named Charlemagne, and he wasn't so much big as in big. He was like long and tall and basically looked like a small lion, so that's why I bring that up. He was a sweetheart. He used to, whenever you walked past him, he'd like stick his like leg out and, well, his arm out and like grab you with his nails, but just like your clothes because he wanted attention all the time. So Nina asks Valentine about his childhood, and she realizes she may have overstepped and offers to leave, but he doesn't want her to. So she talks about her dysfunctional childhood, that her only friend was a pony, and there was no love from her family and stuff like that. So he says he was at boarding school when he was 6. His father said it was to protect him from Helena, but he doesn't know how true that is, and he never ever went home. It was like a Harry Potter type situation, like not even for the holidays or anything. So, and he was different, so he didn't really have a lot of friends when he was there, if any friends. So then after he was done with school, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, he got into a bad crowd, and like she can relate to the whole outsider thing. So then Nina and Valentine kiss as she's leaving, and Anna comes up to the door and is like, oh, hello. At Nathan and Maxie's, Maxie gets a call from Claudette, or someone she thinks is Claudette, and Maxie's trying to understand what she's saying, and then someone takes the phone from Claudette, right? Hi. Aww. So Nathan comes home, and Maxie tells Nathan she was talking to Claudette, or who she thinks was Claudette, and she called back and got a hold of someone, but everyone's speaking French, so he gets on the phone because, as we may have forgotten, or now we remember, he speaks French fluently, and he speaks to the people on the phone. So he says the call wasn't about Claudette at all. It was from Paris. And she's like, well, why is Paris calling us? Well, apparently he ordered her something from a shop in Paris for their wedding. And they were only supposed to call the landline for an emergency. They were only supposed to call his cell phone. But that's what happened. So she wants to know what the present is. And he won't tell her because, hello, he's getting it from Paris. So, that's a surprise. Come on, don't ruin the Paris surprise. I say as I was like, oh my god, you have to tell me something about a present yesterday. So, like, I'm not judging. Right, E-Cat? Aw. See, now you want to be petted. She is such a sweetie. But if I picked her up, she would throw a fit. Ready? See? See? The fit. So at Sunny's place, Carly offers, like, to make herself available for him. Like, they're basically opening doors of communication. And then she asks who was there with him. And he says Max stopped by, but she sees lipstick on the glass. And I was like, did you really think you were going to pull a fast one on Carly? So he says Laura stopped by to check on him. And Carly's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Carly says that Jax left last night. His mom is sick and there's nothing more he can do there. And Sunny says he's surprised because, apparently I have a low battery. They seem so close at the funeral and now he just left her. And she says that she wants to tell him everything that happened between her and Jax. So she says she, basically tried to self-destruct. It's what she does. She kissed Jax, but he pulled back, and even though, woofers. So he pulled back, and what was I saying now? And she didn't want to act out. She wants to do better, and she wants to tell him the truth, and she wants there to be nothing but honesty between the two of them. So he says it's too late for that. About Morgan's death, and she says she didn't jump into bed with Jax, and she thanks him for calling her last night and sorry she didn't call him back sooner, and honestly I think he is too. So then she winds up leaving. So Nell apologizes for telling Sunny that Carly and Jax slept together when they didn't, and Sunny says he would have probably come to that conclusion anyway. And Sunny takes full responsibility for what happened between them, but it's done. And she's like, well, what if it isn't? I'm like, what are you doing? Well, seriously, what are you doing? So Nell doubts if she can keep the secret. Maybe they should tell Carly the truth. And he's like, no, let's not do that, like, at all. So Nell can't say anything, he doesn't want to hurt Carly worse, and, Nell's like, you're right, it would only cause more pain, and Sunny's like, yeah, you can't unburden yourself at someone else's expense, and I feel like we heard that with the whole Dante and Valerie, that if he told Lulu, it would just be to unburden him, and it wouldn't help her at all. Remember that? And remember how that all turned out? Yeah, so he takes full responsibility again, and he says if she needs anything moving forward, he's here to help. And I'm like, is she looking for, like, a payday? Like, because when he said that, like, she kind of got a little bit of a smile on her face. And so she leaves. So as she's outside the door, she, like, kind of cries a little and then takes out her phone. At the Metro Court, it's, like, empty in there, and Kiki's just reading at one of the tables. Dylan kind of sneaks up on her a little bit. She's reading Anna Karenina, and they just didn't care about spoilers. I mean, I didn't even know it was a, honestly, I didn't know that was a book until, like, what, 2 years ago when they made the movie, and I first heard the name, and then it was like, oh, it's based off a book. I'm like, I've never heard of that book before. So, yeah, major spoilers for a book I didn't even know existed two years ago. So she was reading it when she was at Vassar, and she happened to find it, and was just decided to read it. So she feels like a different person than who she was in college, and I'm like, that's kind of funny, because you literally are a different person. She scheduled her classes so she could sleep in and watch her soaps, which would totally have been me, like, let's be real here. And she starts to kind of, you know, go down the rabbit hole, and Dylan stops her. So he tries to cheer her up, and he talks about, like, going skiing, and he shows her the Crimson, like, to-do list this winter or something like that. So, she's like, you know, these lists are, like, ridiculous. Like, the stuff there is so expensive. Like, no one could do that. And he's like, oh, well, it's just for fun. Like, you know, all lifestyle things are, you know. But anyway, kind of, you know, the nitty-gritty of their conversation. Because it was a really light and nice conversation. Why are the children being so mouthy? Hi. Hi, Mish Mish. Hi. Why are you being mouthy? So maybe they should go to Niagara Falls and, like, watch the falls freeze. And I'm like, okay, didn't that happen, like, 101 years ago? Like, Niagara Falls doesn't just freeze, okay? So Carly comes in and sees them together. So Carly asks for a minute with Kiki, but then realizes she really doesn't have anything to say to her. And Kiki says they're both thinking about how she broke Morgan's heart, and maybe it's time that she move on. And now end scene. So Anna asks Valentine what the phrase means to him, and he's like, you already know, Anna. So no help at all. Griffin breaks up the fight between Franco and Tom Baker. Franco threatens to kill him, and then he looks pleased. I'm like, great, you literally just gave him what he wanted. Good job, Franco. Carly says it's up to Kiki whether she leaves or not, and Kiki decides she will leave. And Carly says, you know, you'll get severance pay and a good recommendation. And Carly, honestly, she doesn't want to judge her, and she just wants to move through the grief without adding more pain. Nell recorded Sonny and his whole, I'm responsible, and this, that, and the other thing. The whole confession, what will turn into the confession. Good old voice memos app, right? Been there. Hashtag September, August. That was the end of August that happened. No, September. Who knows? But when did I go to Montana? The world will never know. Because I still have to get this videos up. I'm thinking of doing it when there's going to be, like, winter break and there won't be videos up here because there won't be any episodes. But let me finish that before I go into this. So Sonny throws a glass against the wall. So, the episode ends, and Nell, like, when she stops playing the recording, and she goes, gotcha. Like, she's pleased with herself. So I think I may have given her way too much of a benefit of the doubt with the whole, oh, she really doesn't want to be doing this. Someone's making her do this. She's a puppet. Because, like, I don't know. She seemed a little too pleased. Because I feel like if she didn't really want to be doing this, she'd be like, I'm sorry. Like, she'd say she's sorry again or something, you know, not gotcha. So, Nell disappointed me. 1 star for now, right? But the actress is great, right, Misha? What do you think? Say hi. Why are the babies so restless? Say hi. Alright, so thank you for watching today's video. The end of the month video is going to be coming up soon. When did that happen? How did that happen so fast? Sorry, apparently I only have 10% battery now. So that video will be coming up soon. I am inundated with Etsy orders right now, so Black Friday was a little too good to me, but not complaining. So that video, I'm aiming to have it up soon. You know, I can knit and listen to my old videos. I'll figure that out. I'll work to get it up as soon as possible. The November month in review, if you don't know what I'm talking about, but just so you know, that is on my radar. It is happening again this month, and I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!